Hey everybody, what y'all doing? I don't got on no tribal makeup today, but I just wanted to do a video real quick because a lot of people they're not really understanding what's going on here. So I'm just going to try to break it down in another perspective from the Bible so that way you guys can understand because it's 66 books in the Bible, but 33 um, degrees of trigonometry. That's what y'all gotta understand. The other 33 degrees is the truth, but it's all inverted. It's turned around. So at the same time, I just want to come to you with this little uh, message that I got called Mind Mansions based on John 14, 2 and 3, which says, let not your heart be troubled. You believe in God, believe also in me. In my Father's house are many mansions. See, this is what you got to pay attention to. See how they just told you to believe and believe, but then they just told you some truth right here. In my Father's house are many mansions. If it were not so, I would have told you. I go to prepare a place for you. And he says, and if I go and prepare a place for you, I will come again and receive you to myself, and where I am, there you will be also. So I'm finna break this down to you. And first of all, let you know, one, we live in the mind of God, and God lives in our mind. Two, heaven and hell is in our mind. Three, the oppressors only live in your mind. And four, the oppressors are gods to you. And five, you are God. So I'm going to reprove all this to you and just basically let you know that everything that happens pretty much is right here, up here in your mind. Okay? Um, when I say that we live in the mind of God and God lives in our mind, when you go back to the first creation story in Genesis, God is plural. It says, and God said, let us make man in our image. Okay? So that lets you know who is us. If that's the first creation story, he's talking about making man and we're man. When he said, God said, let us, a lot of people is not paying attention to it. They want to say, oh, that was aliens. Oh, that was the Holy Spirit. And Jesus was standing right there. Now, he didn't say that. Pay attention to the words. I'm a writer, so I pay attention to all the words that I read. Even if the word the or us is there, I pay attention to that. Because the way that it's being communicated is basically telling you what your reality is, okay? Mind mansions, okay? When it says in my Father's house, now I done heard all kind of churches and preachers and everything preach and sit there and say that your temple is the body of God. If your temple is the body of God, and he says, in my Father's house, there are many mansions, what do you think that is telling you? You ain't even understanding. This is what I'm trying to tell you. Okay? If the Father's house is in you and you are the temple of God, then all of the mansions are in you. Okay? So, if all of the mansions are in you, where could they be? Are they stacked up in your body? No. Only God lives in your body. So, where are the mansions? The mansions are in your mind. Okay? When you see the Freemasons with that symbol like this, And another one going up, it's like a little compass or something with the G. What do you think that they're talking about being builders of? And then they got a G over it. I'm just saying, y'all got to start critically thinking about stuff because you guys are smarter than them, but they're using technology. That's how all this stuff is working, okay? If it wasn't for technology, they couldn't use it. But that's what they have to use because it's a challenge for the game. So all the mansions are right here in your father's house. Your father's house is right here, okay? Your father lives in here, okay? But your father expresses through here. So when we talk about heaven and hell, once you die, there's nobody to put in heaven and hell. So the burning forever thing, that automatically just physically speaking in this dimension, that automatically X's that out for me. That there's no hell because a hell can't burn a soul. That doesn't even make sense. Fire can only burn material things. Now, if you're talking about spiritual fire, that's a whole nother topic. That's a whole nother message right there. I can't even go into that. But heaven and hell is what's going on up here in your mind. Some people are living in a hell because the oppressors have came and colonized their mind and sold them a reality that is oppressive to them. Okay? Just read your second creation story in Genesis. Look at how Adam and Eve became oppressed after the Lord God came in and made some stuff. See, they're selling you a different reality. If you pay attention to the words, it's a play on words. It's a switch on words right there. So they're giving you a different reality. Okay? But the first reality was given to you in the first chapter of Genesis. Okay? Then they turn around and gave you a new reality, changed the first name of God to a Lord God. And I don't want to keep on having to explain this to you. But lords are created by the European monarchy, okay? They make lords. So they made that God, that Lord God, they made that for you, okay? And they're selling you another reality in Genesis chapter 2. I know because I'm from the first creation. Okay? And I don't need nobody to tell me that. And I know that I didn't get pulled out of no man's rib. That sounds crazy and it sounds just really, really crazy. We need to wake up. I'm telling you guys. So, my next point is that the oppressors only live in your mind. So, if you look in Genesis chapter 2, it says something about this is the history in which the heavens and the earth was made. Okay? They done went over there, they done went all over the earth now and colonized the earth. Based on our five senses, that's what we see. But really, you have a sixth sense right here. Your soul, which is the spiritual part of you that comes from the creator to tell you and let you know what's going on. Everything happens in there. We think it's right here. I guess the soul could be living right here. When we say a third eye, that's what I think of. My inner being seeing in between what's going on this side and this side. Okay? But this whole life that you're living right now is an illusion. Okay? We created these lives right here. So that way we can learn for source. It's like we're computers or something sent out to have certain experiences and then we plug back into the mind of source so that way source can be able to experience and we experience through source. What's up, babe? Okay, here I come. So everything on this realm happens in the mind first. So before they came and took you from Africa and stuff, your mind was already colonized. And that's how they're controlling you right now. Okay? Everything is in your mind. They've given you words, they've given you a reality, and now you think it. And you're being oppressed just by the basic thoughts that they're giving you because you're not thinking on your own. You're thinking from a programmed um avatar. Your whole avatar is programmed. That's basically what's going on here. Okay, so the true God, the computer system that He put in you, it's not working anymore. Okay, you're on another computer system being fed by this reality that the opposers created for you and put here for you. And then the next point, 4, the oppressors are gods to you. Yes, they are. If they shut down your original computer system that the true God put inside of you, and now you're working off their computer system, you wonder why people is going mentally ill and stuff like that? Because we're all working off their computer system. So if you change computer systems, you change God's, okay? Because your first computer system, your soul, that was given to you by the true God. So if you don't have that anymore, what are you living on? It's called ego, okay? That's what their reality gives to you. It gives you ego. That's why you can buy material things and stuff like that. And buy titles, in school and stuff like that. Okay, those are things meant to build up your ego. And you hear people saying that all the time and they get to talking about nobody can't tell me nothing because I'm this and I'm that. Or you just mad because I got this or I got that. That's ego talking. Okay? That shows you that the oppressors are gods to you. You have made everything that they brought here, everything that they created, you made it into a god. Even their reality, even your thoughts. And I'll be right back on that. Finish my video. Hey, I'm back. Sorry about that. Um, so once you start accepting their reality and you love their reality and you want everything in their reality, you want to get your house, you want your big house, you want your Mercedes Benz, you want all of their materialistic items. You want to go to their schools. I know. Because I did. I used to want the stuff too. I don't really care about it too much now. I only want what I need. And the earth belongs to us. So, therefore, anything that's produced by the earth we can have. But we are not supposed to idolize these things. We're not supposed to live our day to day life thinking about how we're going to get these things. We're not supposed to sit up here and accept all their ideologies, their religions, um, their psychologies, their everything. Okay, when I said I was having on the tribal makeup and the so-called Hebrew Israelite done set up here and said, look at how she looks. Okay? She's a pagan witch, a comedic devil, and all this type of stuff. And I'm just a regular everyday person. That shows you that the third eye is gone. That's a soulless person right there. They can't see or reason. They don't have anything right here. This is what I be telling y'all about for psycho spiritual counseling, transpersonal counseling. chakra healing, energy healing, that brings in your soul energies. Because a lot of us, even though we came here with souls, the oppressors have done so much to us. We've been leaking soul energies. We've been leaking soul energies. They got leaked out in slavery and all type of stuff. They get leaked out every time you run to the mall and spend up all your money on some Jordans. Your soul energies is getting leaked out and you ain't even understanding that. It's vortexes around you with all that stuff you got, all the material items. It's vortexes. They create vortexes all around you and you're not even aware of it. This is how they get you. They're using magic and technology, I'm telling you. This is not how the first creation operated. Okay? But when you go to the second creation, they using snakes that talk. That's number one. You should understand that that's telling you it's some kind of magic or technology in there. But y'all ain't feeling me though. Because everything that we brought here for spirituality, everything got flipped around. The opposers came and flipped it all around. Okay, that's why everything's inverted. Okay, you know that triangle with one down and one up? They telling you right there that's a symbol of what they came here for. Okay? And then, okay, whose symbol is that? That's all I'm gonna say, because I'm not gonna throw racial slurs out or say any names, because you know what? At some point, from who I understand that all things emanate from that. So if someone else is acting a certain type of way, although they may be having soul leakage or something's going on, you know what I'm saying, with them to cause them to be that way, they still came from the same place where I came from because we all are one. So all the little racial slurs, we need to get rid of them. You know, that is the opposer's reality being created. It's only two kinds of people here. Okay? Well, really one, because we all come from the same place. But people can only be two ways. They can be soulless or soulful. That's all you can be. If you're somewhere in between, you're going to be having a whole bunch of mental issues and problems. And if you're soulless, you're not going to care about nobody. That's what they call term narcissist or narcissism, okay? Which is a big thing here in the United States. They saying most of us is narcissists here. So that sit there and tell you right there when the opposers colonize your mind like that, you leak soul energies, and it don't matter what you look like. You could be all these little racial slurs that they call you in the Matrix. I'm not gonna even call nobody that because I don't go by those things. Okay? But they have all these terms for each person. But really none of those terms even matter because it's about what's up in here, what's in the mind. Because like I said, people who look like me and they say they're melanated beings, I can't tell. I can't tell by what's in their mind. I can't. And that's why to me, I just say we source beings or you're not a source being. If you're not a source being, that means your soul is done leaked out. You're having blockage. This is why I bring energy healings to people. This is why I try to help people. This ain't no game to me. I ain't doing this to get rich. My husband works every day, all day, trying to support me. Okay, trying to back me up on my dreams. So I'm not doing this to get rich. I'm really doing this to help people. Do I want people taking up my time and my energy and not paying me? No. But at the same time, this ain't money motivated for me. This is purpose. I really want to see people. I don't care what color or what term you go by in the Matrix. I really want to see your mind, you know what I'm saying, just become a lot higher than what it is. Because my kids and grandkids have to live here on this planet when I'm gone. And people whose mind is colonized, they're doing all kind of things. They're raping kids, molesting kids, raping women. Um, they're robbing people. They're doing all types of things. Y'all know what they doing. I don't gotta sit up here. There's mass shooters out here. I ain't forgot about the Las Vegas shooting. I don't know if everybody else have, but I think about that almost every day. Sandy Hook. People be saying that that's a conspiracy and everything. But mass shooters are real, and I know why. And I'm not going to say whether Sandy Hook is a conspiracy or not. And I don't blame people who saying it is. Because the point of the matter is, we know it's conspiracies going on. We can't pinpoint which ones, but we know it's conspiracies going on. That's because your energy is already telling you, especially people that's been here since the first creation. We know that this reality is not right. We know this. Everybody who lives here, who's been here since the first earth age, you know this reality ain't right. Where's my phone? My phone ringing. Sorry, y'all. Hold on, my phone ringing. Hello? Huh. Okay, I'm gonna call you right back because I'm doing a video. Okay, bye. All right. See, I forgot where I was because my baby done called me. That's my daughter. But man, like I said, let me go back over this one more time so y'all can remember where we at. Mind Mansions, John 14:2-3. And I already explained to y'all we live in the mind of God and God lives in our mind. This is how this whole reality works, okay? That's why they can make a secondary matrix and get you plugged in by your mind. All they gotta do is create realities, and that's all we doing. This is another reality created. So many different realities in the universe. You don't even know. This is how God works. Through us, we are source beings, and we go out here and have these experiences, and we get to experience different levels of existence, different realities. Okay, but it's all in the mind. Okay. Um, Heaven and hell is in your mind. I sat here and read it. He said, "In my Father's house are many mansions, and your body is the temple of God." Okay, y'all know this. Y'all heard this in church. All the people that look like me, you know what I'm saying, with this, brown tone skin color, whatever. Y'all know. Y'all heard that in church. So if your body is the temple of God, and there are many mansions in your Father's house, and your Father's house is you, many mansions is in your Father's house. So, how many mansions could be in your mind? All the different rooms, all the different corridors, all the different hallways. Just your mind could do anything. I'm telling you. You don't even know. This is what creates the realities right here. We make up new words. You see how people do art? That's not even language. But art, they can take some image and things in their mind and just bring it out into reality. Okay? Y'all better understand. And on top of that, number 3, the oppressors live in your mind. They're telling you that they colonized you and stuff in slavery. Okay? But that's because they created a reality from that. It doesn't mean that you were truly slaves, but in this reality, that is how we are living because we're living out what's up here, what's been told to us and taught to us. Okay? So when you send your kids to school and they're giving your kids Black history lessons and stuff like that, they're creating a reality and they're using you to manifest that reality. Okay? Everybody. That's why we got racist people and stuff like that. They were sitting in school being programmed too. It's just on the other side. So now not only do we hate ourselves, but other people hate us. And I wonder why. Number 4, the oppressors are gods to you. Yes, they are because they created this whole reality in your mind. Instead of you creating your own reality, you're living out their reality. Every time you use their racial terms, their religious terms, um, their titles and stuff like that. Like, oh, I'm a doctor. I'm so great because I'm a doctor. Every time you do that, you are worshiping them, okay? In your mind, because everything happens in your mind. And so number 5, this is the one right here where people gonna get mad at me because you don't understand who you are, but I don't really care anymore because I'm tired of people not understanding who they are. And if I have a different perspective I can bring that can help you understand more, why not? Okay? This is my gift to the creation or to humanity or whatever you want to call it. So I try to give people free knowledge on a daily to make sure that, you know, I'm kind of counteracting some of that programming being thrown out at you by the oppressors all the time. But, people will call me a devil and everything when I tell them that you are God. You are God. The reason why you're God, I sat up here and told you to go back and read the first creation story. So please go back and read the first creation story before you get mad at me. The first creation story is telling you who you are, where you come from. But since the colonizers done colonized your mind, you don't know anymore. Telling you they got your mind all colonized with Christianity. Um, they got your mind colonized with the TV. Everybody got sitting in front of the TV all day. You know what that's doing? That's colonizing your mind. All day it's selling you images and visions of all their lives all day long. All these commercials, all these TV shows, everything that is the from the oppressors, okay? For real. And you even gotta be careful with some music and stuff that you listen to. Some of that stuff is from the oppressors too. All of these things they have been using to colonize your mind. Public school, your job, everything. And I'm not saying that you gotta be a recluse and get out of all this stuff. No. But you have to stop buying into the reality that all that is real and that's what makes you alive. It's not. Making a living is false. Okay? You don't need to make a living. You're already alive. You've already been given life. That's the reality that they're selling you. They're telling that you have to make a living like they made a man. It's in Genesis. Read your first 2 creation stories. They're telling you they made a man. They're telling you that there's a God that created everything. That means they came up with the concept. That God came up with the concept and then manifested it. But then they're saying they made a man. Well, we can only make tables. We can make the creation of the table itself happened in the mind. That's why I keep saying we're in the minds of God. We're in the mind of God. This whole reality right here is fake. It's all based on thought. And this is a virtual reality game that we're in. That's why I'm telling you this. A lot of people don't understand that. No God in his right mind would leave us here for over 2,000 years with Satan and let him just do all this stuff to us and kill us and make us sick and all this. No, these are experiences that we're having inside of the mind of God. And just like we're in the mind of God, that's where everything takes place in our mind. Okay? You got to understand spiritual realities, higher realities. Um, a lot of people don't understand that. Elect people understand that. Elect, you know who you are if you're an elect. If you've been here since the first cycle, you know who you are. All right, well, that's 29 minutes. Thank you guys for watching. Love you, and um, I'm sorry if I made anybody mad or made you feel uncomfortable, but sometimes to get knowledge and truth so you can have a better life, it takes that. And that's all I'm trying to do is get people to understand that you can have life more abundantly if you stop letting these oppressors create your reality. You're a creator. So don't let them create your reality. What the heck? Bye. Love you.